Hello, my name is Rhett Kazeski. I'm a freelance UI UX designer, and today I wanted to look at the Meetup website. So I'm already on the home page here, which everything about this home page is pretty good. It's got a clear area where I can log in, log off, find a new group, start a new group, a little advertisement here, and if I scroll down there's some other options. It already has my pre-saved, 50 miles from Irvine, which is where I live. And so that's all fine. I have no problems with the home page. The problem starts when I start actually navigating in a little bit deeper. And let's go over to my my actual home page. I'm already logged in, like I said. And here's where my first issue is. You can see that I've got multiple interests. They're actually all related to startup, entrepreneur, and technology. And so it's kind of a narrow field of interest, but there's certainly a lot of specific interests that I have listed. And these interests, as you can see, take up a huge portion of the page here, and it really doesn't need to be. So in my mock-up, I actually have that as a collapsible item, just a drop-down list, and there might need to be the first option of the drop-down might be an area where you can add a new interest. But I don't really need to see all these. There might be a way, again, other ways to expand and collapse that section, certainly taking up a large portion of real estate on this page. The next area that I wanted to comment on is the actual calendar. You can see this very small calendar kind of dwarfed by the interests area, and it's not very practical and usable. You've got these multiple shades of bluish gray, and it's not really clear what any of those shades do. I've got the suggestions on and off. I've played with that a little bit, and I have no idea what that is. And then there does seem to be a choice here to change between a couple different options. Meetups that I've RSVP'd to, ones that I haven't decided on. If I switch back and forth to this, it does seem to change the screen. But again, I've got these light blue, dark blue, medium blue. I really have no idea what those really stand for. So again, in my mock-up, I've got a larger calendar view. I've got clear check boxes for yes RSVP, no RSVP, and undecided. And they're little stars, green for yes, red for no, and gray for undecided. And you can see those multiple stars on a particular calendar day. There might even be an option to actually fill out the entire, or at least part of a description of the meetup on a particular day, depending on how big you can get and how small of a font you can actually get away with. But the stars are pretty adequate, and my stars are active links to a little preview. If I click on the actual day, I can see the list of meetups on that particular day, and if I click on an actual individual star, it'll take me to the page of that actual meetup. So those are some areas that I think definitely could be improved. Again, there is a list showing up down here, but it's still not completely as user-friendly as it could be. But one thing I would like to add would be a little favorites option. And again, in my mock-up, I've got a little favorite area, not to put on myself, of course, but as I look for other people, I can have a little favorite users that I've met at meetups, and that would be very handy. I could sort by favorites, I could find favorites, things like that. Now, another thing I wanted to point out here is the search tool is just a very generic search, and let's see if I could actually find myself, which I'm pretty sure I cannot. I think I've tried this before. No, the search tool looks like it's only finding actual meetups, and it does say that there aren't any meetups with my name, obviously. And so this is the thing that I was wanting to comment on. Again, in my mock-up, in my prototype, I have an extensive search option that you can actually search for users that you have in the groups that you've already joined, and you can actually search for some of the biofeedback that people have put on there. So you could actually look for UI UX, designer, biz dev, whatever you wanted. So let me just So for example, if I was trying to search for somebody with specific credentials, or trying to find somebody that I'd actually met at a meetup and knew that they were interested in a specific area, I could search for that user interface, user experience, design, whatever, and hopefully find them. So again, I can search for individual users inside of a group, but there is no global search. And of course, you could have security wrapped around this. People could say I can be searchable by everyone, or searchable just by members in all the groups that we both are members, or you could just say searchable only within that particular group. So let's pick a group here, and if I do go to members, there is a handy search here, find member. Let's go to, let's just find somebody that I know is in there. She's actually the leader. So this is nice, but again, you can only do this member search within individual groups. So it'd be nice to have a global search group. Let's see, what else did I want to comment on? Again, there would be nice to be able to sort the member favorites. And also, looking at this My Groups list, I'm a member of several groups, and it's a little bit cumbersome to have this huge list. And if I want to see the full, I'm trying not to resize my screen too much here. Let's see if I go all the way to the bottom, which I can't see because it's not even, I've got the page even long enough to be able to see the bottom where it I can get the whole list. Okay, well, without expanding my screen, which I'm not sure if that's going to allow me within this capture tool to do. There we go. If I click on the See All, I can see again my huge list here, but it might be nice to filter this group a little bit. We could possibly say what groups are in my vicinity, groups that I've been to, not been to, and it'd also be nice to have the ability to, again, not just sort groups, but just give me some more statistics. Like, I would like to see what groups I've attended and the most of, without actually going into the individual groups. Because again, if I go into this particular group, let's say, I'm pretty sure somewhere it does give me statistics, and I believe I have to, again, find myself within this group. Let's see, I can find myself on the page. There's not too many, but let's just do the search, which does work pretty good. Let's see, so here's my group, and or here's my profile within this group, and I've attended 2 meetups, which that's all I've had in this for this particular group. So I know those statistics are available. It would just be nice to have them available outside of each individual group. Again, I'm a member of multiple groups, so either on the my group section, I could see all those statistics laid out, which ones I've been to the most, which ones I've never been to, that kind of thing. So again, there's a few observations that I'm finding. I've got other observations about the app. I've done a mock-up on both the app and the website, and hopefully I can send those to somebody and they can take a look. If not, here's a quick video presentation of some ideas that I had to make the site more user-friendly, a little bit more practical and functional for both administrators and members. And again, I appreciate your time. Again, my name is Rhett Kozeski, and I'm a freelance UI UX designer. Hopefully this will help somebody and make it more practical and useful for people in the future. Thanks again. Bye-bye.